Have you ever wondered what it takes to create one of the world's most iconic lollipops? The sweet treat that has been loved for generations, crossing continents and cultures, and still manages to make kids smile and adults nostalgic every time they unwrap it? Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Chupa Chups, the legendary lollipop brand that started as a simple idea and grew into a global sensation. Stick around because this journey is going to be as sweet as it is mind-blowing. From the very first spark of inspiration in Spain to the modern automated production lines that churn out millions of lollipops every single day, you're about to see how science, art, and a touch of magic come together to create something truly irresistible. And trust me, by the end of this story you'll never look at a lollipop the same way again. The story of Chupa Chups begins in the late 1950s in the heart of Spain. Picture this. A young, forward-thinking entrepreneur named Enrique Bernat observes a simple problem. Kids love candy, but every time they eat it, their hands get sticky, their clothes get messy, and parents are constantly frustrated. Bernat saw an opportunity in that chaos. He asked himself a question that would change the candy world forever. What if there was a way to enjoy candy without all the mess? That simple thought sparked a revolution. His solution was brilliant yet incredibly simple. Put the candy on a stick. It wasn't just practical, it was fun. It gave candy an entirely new personality, making it more playful, easier to eat, and more appealing to both kids and adults. And so, in 1958, the first Chupa Chups lollipop was born. But let's pause for a moment. Did you know the brand didn't start out with the name we all know today? Originally, Bernat named his invention Jewel, imagining the candy as a soccer ball being kicked into a mouth like a goalpost. Sounds fun, right? But something was missing. The name didn't quite capture the essence of this sweet creation. Soon, inspiration struck again, this time from the Spanish word chupar, meaning to suck. From that came Chupa Chups, a name that not only described the action of enjoying the candy but also had a catchy, playful ring to it. Over time, the name became synonymous with happiness, childhood memories, and colorful moments shared with friends. Now, what really made Chupa Chups explode in popularity wasn't just its taste or the fact that it was convenient. It was branding genius. Enrique Bernat wasn't just an inventor, he was a visionary. He knew the importance of standing out, and in the 1960s he decided the brand needed a strong visual identity. So, guess who designed the iconic Chupa Chups logo? None other than Salvador Dali, the legendary surrealist artist. Yes, you heard that right. Dali himself created the famous logo that still appears on every Chupa Chups wrapper today. He made sure the logo sat on top of the lollipop so it would always be visible, even when displayed in stores. That smart move turned Chupa Chups into a global icon. As the brand grew, so did its flavor lineup. In the early days, the options were simple, basic fruit flavors like strawberry, orange, and lemon. But as Chupa Chups spread across countries and cultures, it adapted to everyone's taste. Today there are over 100 flavors worldwide, including classics like strawberry cream, exotic tropical mixes, fizzy cola, and even some daring choices like chili and mango in certain regions. Limited edition collections are also a big part of the brand's strategy, offering seasonal flavors or fun collaborations that keep the excitement alive. This constant innovation is one of the reasons Chupa Chups has stayed relevant for decades, appealing not just to kids but also to teens and adults who love nostalgia with a twist. Now let's pull back the curtain and step inside the Chupa Chups factory, the magical place where these colorful treats are born. This isn't your ordinary candy-making process. It's a highly controlled, automated operation designed for precision and perfection. It all starts with the base ingredients, sugar and glucose syrup. These two components form the heart of every lollipop, giving it that perfect sweetness and smooth texture. In massive stainless steel tanks, sugar and glucose are blended together with water and heated to a precise temperature. This is where science takes the lead because the heat has to be just right to create the ideal candy base. Too hot and the mixture could burn. Too cool and it won't set properly. Once the syrup reaches the perfect consistency, it's time for the magic, the addition of flavors and colors. Chupa Chups takes pride in offering a vibrant range of flavors, so every drop of flavoring is measured with incredible accuracy. Want a strawberry lollipop? That flavor is carefully crafted to taste exactly like fresh, ripe strawberries. Prefer cola? That tangy, fizzy sensation comes from a special combination of flavors that mimic the refreshing drink. Along with flavor, food-grade colorings are added to give the lollipops their bright, cheerful hues. This isn't just about looks, it's about creating an experience that excites all your senses. Once the candy mix is flavored and colored, it's time to shape it. The thick, molten syrup is poured into a machine that portions it into perfect balls while it's still pliable. At this stage, the iconic stick is inserted. This might seem simple, but it's done with incredible speed and precision by high-tech machinery that can produce thousands of lollipops per hour. Each stick is firmly embedded so it stays secure when you enjoy your treat. After shaping, the lollipops go through a cooling tunnel, where cold air circulates to harden the candy without cracking it. This step is crucial because it locks in the flavors and ensures every Chupa Chups lollipop has that signature smooth finish. But the process doesn't stop there. Next comes wrapping and packaging, an art form in itself. Remember that Salvador Dali logo we mentioned earlier? This is where it proudly takes its place. Each lollipop is individually wrapped in colorful foil designed to catch your eye on the shelf. The machines responsible for wrapping are marvels of engineering, spinning and folding the foil at lightning speed, ensuring every piece is sealed for freshness. After wrapping, the lollipops are sorted, counted, and packed into different formats, from single sticks to large family packs and even decorative tins for collectors. What's even more fascinating is how strict the quality control process is at Chupa Chups factories. Every batch is tested for taste, texture, and appearance. If something isn't perfect, it doesn't make it to the shelf. This commitment to quality is why Chupa Chups has maintained its reputation for over 6 decades. From Spain to the United States, from Asia to Africa, these lollipops taste exactly the same no matter where you buy them. That consistency is what makes a global brand truly great. Now let's talk about numbers for a moment because they're jaw-dropping. Every single day, Chupa Chups produces millions of lollipops across its factories worldwide. That means every second hundreds of these sweet treats are being made, wrapped, and shipped to over 150 countries. Think about that. The next time you unwrap one, you're holding a tiny piece of an enormous, fascinating operation. Have you ever wondered how those colorful, glossy Chupa Chups lollipops you see in stores are actually made? These sweet treats are more than just candy on a stick. They're an icon of childhood nostalgia, a burst of fruity flavor, and a fascinating example of how science and art come together in the candy industry. Today we're taking you behind the scenes to discover how these famous lollipops are created inside high-tech factories. From mixing sugar to wrapping the final product, every step is carefully designed to guarantee the perfect pop every single time. Stick with us until the end because we're also revealing a surprising fact about who designed the world-famous Chupa Chups logo. It's someone you definitely know. It all starts with the perfect blend of sugar and glucose syrup, which forms the foundation of every Chupa Chups lollipop. This mixture isn't random. It's carefully measured to achieve the ideal sweetness and texture that makes the candy so irresistible. Once combined, the mixture is flavored with natural or artificial flavors, depending on the type of lollipop being made. Each flavor has its own formula to make sure it tastes exactly like what's on the label, whether that's strawberry, cola, apple, or one of the many creative limited editions Chupa Chups releases every year. Once the flavoring is added, the mixture moves into the critical cooking stage, and this is where the real magic happens. The sugar syrup is transferred into specialized cooking vessels, where it's heated to an impressive 150 to 160 degrees Celsius. That's about 302 to 320 degrees Fahrenheit for those of us in the US. This high temperature is not just to melt the sugar. It's specifically designed to evaporate excess water and turn the mixture into a thick, concentrated syrup. At the same time, caramelization begins to occur, enhancing the sweetness and adding depth to the flavor. Getting this temperature just right is crucial. Too little heat, and the lollipop will turn out sticky and chewy instead of firm. Too much heat, and it becomes brittle and could even burn, ruining the taste. Precision is everything here, and experienced candy technicians monitor the temperature carefully to keep it within the perfect range. When the syrup reaches the ideal consistency, timing becomes critical. It has to be moved quickly from the cooking vessels to the molding machines before it starts to cool and harden. This step ensures the candy remains pliable enough to take shape. Before we jump into the shaping process, here's a fun fact that might surprise you. Did you know Chupa Chups was the first candy ever sent into space? That's right. Back in 1995, Russian cosmonauts aboard the Mir space station requested these lollipops as part of their supply delivery, making Chupa Chups the very first sweet treat to leave Earth's atmosphere. Pretty amazing, right? Imagine floating in zero gravity with a lollipop in hand. Talk about an out-of-this-world snack. Now let's get back to Earth and into the shaping process. Once the cooked syrup is ready, it's poured into metal molds designed to give Chupa Chups their iconic round shape. This is where automation really takes over. The syrup flows into these molds, and as it cools slightly, it begins to hold its form. At this stage, the lollipop sticks are inserted, and the timing is crucial because the syrup needs to be soft enough for the stick to bond securely but firm enough to keep the shape intact. Advanced machines handle this with incredible precision, producing thousands of perfectly formed lollipops in just a short time. If you've ever wondered why your Chupa Chups never falls off the stick, this is the reason. The process creates a strong, solid bond that holds up until the last lick. After molding, the lollipops enter a cooling tunnel, and this part is just as important as the cooking stage. Inside these cooling systems, the temperature is controlled to ensure the candy hardens slowly and evenly. Rushing this process could lead to cracks or imperfections, so factories take their time to let the lollipops achieve that flawless, glossy finish you see when you unwrap one. During cooling, quality control teams keep a close eye on every batch. Any lollipop that doesn't meet the brand's high standards, whether it's a slight bubble, a small crack, or a misshapen piece, gets removed from the line. Only the best make it into the packaging stage. Speaking of packaging, Chupa Chups takes this step seriously because presentation matters. Once the lollipops are cooled and hardened, they move to the wrapping machines, where each one gets its famous branded wrapper. That colorful paper isn't just about looks. It's designed to keep the candy fresh and hygienic until it reaches your hands. Some wrappers also feature fun, flavor-specific designs, making them instantly recognizable. The wrapping process is quick and precise, with machines twisting or heat-sealing the paper at the base of the stick to keep it secure. After that, the lollipops are sorted by flavor and type, grouped for individual sale or packed into multipacks. The packaging is eye-catching and practical, making it easy for stores to display and even easier for you to grab your favorite flavor. Now let's talk flavors because Chupa Chups is all about variety. Some of the most iconic flavors include classic strawberry, tangy apple, refreshing orange, and the unique cola flavor that tastes just like your favorite soda. Then there's the fan-favorite strawberry and cream, a smooth, creamy twist on the original strawberry that adds an indulgent layer of flavor. Over the years, Chupa Chups has introduced countless limited edition flavors, from tropical fruits to fun, fizzy combinations, ensuring there's always something new to try. Which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments because we'd love to hear your pick. Before we wrap up this sweet journey, here's the answer to a little trivia question. Do you know who designed the Chupa Chups logo? It was none other than Salvador Dalí, the world-famous Spanish surrealist artist. Back in 1969, Dalí was commissioned to create a new logo for the brand, and what he came up with is still used today, a bright, daisy-shaped design that has become one of the most recognizable candy logos in the world. Dalí's creation wasn't just beautiful, it was strategically designed to sit perfectly on top of the wrapper, ensuring the logo was always front and center. How cool is that? A surrealist master behind a lollipop brand. From start to finish, making Chupa Chups is a combination of science, art, and pure fun. Every step, from mixing sugar to wrapping the final product, is done with precision and care to make sure you get the perfect pop every time. Next time you unwrap one of these sweet treats, you'll know exactly what went into creating that little ball of happiness on a stick. Thanks for joining us on this behind-the-scenes look at how Chupa Chups lollipops are made.